Hello everyone, hope you had a great weekend. That picture right there on my thumbnail means so much to me. That day was June 7th, 2025, my confirmation day. Long time coming. Means so much to me, I call it my wedding day. The sacraments are gifts instituted by Jesus Christ himself. We are baptized, and being baptized, you are cleansed of your original sin, and you get the Holy Spirit. But the Holy Spirit is not fulfilled until confirmation. So baptism, first Holy Communion, which we believe the communion, the bread of life, Jesus Christ himself is present fully. And just a quick note on that. Either I'm a bread worshiper or that is indeed Jesus Christ himself. So if that is bread, little old Joshua is going to hell. But if I'm right and if we're right, that is Jesus Christ himself. And I'm putting all my marbles in that basket. I am putting my life on that. It is very deep, that deep, literally. Either it is God or it is bread and I'm going to hell. But I'm willing to put all my marbles in that basket to say that is Jesus Christ. And I believe that fully, putting my life on it. And confirmation, which I just had on June 7th, is basically saying I do. I do to Christ. I do to the church. That's why I like saying it was my wedding day. Somebody asked me a couple videos ago, Josh, what happened to you? Not this crap, not this religious crap. And I laughed very hard because, yeah, God happened to me. The Holy Spirit is God. We believe in a triune God. And receiving this confirmation, receiving the Holy Spirit fully, I feel like I have a superpower. I feel like I could run through this wall. I feel like I can just, oh my goodness, the feeling is almost unexplainable. Like I feel like I can just, powerful. I feel spirit-filled. I feel love. I feel all of the graces. The Holy Spirit is full of graces and gifts. And of course, you must work and stay in a state of grace to obtain these. But let me tell you, I feel like I can fly. I feel like I can literally fly. Not only that, I would talk about my faith a little bit in the past, in these last few years. But now, excuse my language, but I don't give a damn. I'm willing to die for this faith. I like to think I have the courage and fortitude. If one day need be, if I need to die for this faith, so be it. But also, I have no problem talking about my faith. I have so much more courage talking about God, talking about the church, talking about what matters, and not really caring what other people think. Not necessarily. And I feel this overwhelming sense of just go get it now. Do it now. Lastly, let me leave you with a couple of quotes. First, from St. Augustine, Doctor of the Church. To fall in love with God is the greatest romance. To seek him, the greatest adventure. To find him, the greatest human achievement. And I believe that fully, and I'm gonna seek that out. I'm not gonna you just don't learn it once. I keep saying that, but you don't just learn it once. You every day have to make that choice. You have to make that choice to always do that. And you just don't get it once. You keep working towards perfection. One more from Fulton Sheen. This quote was September 1st. Yesterday hit me kind of hard. Since the basic cause of man's anxiety is the possibility of either being a saint or a sinner, it follows that there are only two alternatives for him. Man can either mount upward to the peak of eternity or else slip backwards to the chasms of despair and frustration. Yet, there are many who think there is yet another alternative, namely that of indifference. They that think just as bears hibernate for a season in a state of suspended animation, so they too can sleep through life without choosing to live for God or against him. But hibernation is no escape. Winter ends, and one is then forced to make a decision indeed. The very choice of indifference is itself a decision. White fences do not remain white fences by having nothing done to them. They soon become black fences. In that sense, it's pretty black and white to me. Either you're living for God and you're in a state of grace and you're trying to do what's right, just, and noble, or either no middle ground, or either you're living in a state of death and you're not living for God. Like I said in the past, my soul, I have been in a state of death most of my life when I think about it. And now being pulled out of the pit, I feel as if it's the least I can do to give God my life, give Him my gifts, and truly, truly try to become the perfect version of myself. I truly feel that. I believe it. Much love to all you guys. I'll be seeing you soon. Your boy Joshua Garza. Let's get it.